Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hamilton High School as we get underway with another GMC matchup between the Mason Comets and the Hamilton Big Blue. Before we get underway with tonight's broadcast, I'd like to say a thank you to our proud sponsors, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling, turning your visions into reality. I'm Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, Isaac Vargo. Isaac, the Comets have 2 straight GMC wins, looking to make it 3.
Yeah, the Comets have done a good job in the last 2 weeks, but they have a test here against Hamilton. This might be one of the biggest 2-2 versus 1-3 matchups I've been to in a long time because both of these records don't describe these teams. The Comets being 2-2 this season, they played Lakota East and they beat them. They played a lot of good teams. Springboro and Lakota West being their 2 losses. Those are 2 very respectable losses. And for Hamilton, they've also played both of the Lakotas this year. They played Lakota East very tight last week, and they got blown out by Lakota West. 1-3 is Hamilton. Comets are 2-2. This should be a really good game, and a game that could set the course of the middle of the GMC.
Absolutely. Comets 2-2, obviously, on the year. You mentioned the 2 big wins against Lakota East and Oak Hills. But on the season, man, we'll just talk about the biggest thing. D'Angelo Birch has had a phenomenal season so far for this Comet team. 399 yards in the air, 369 on the ground, 6 touchdowns and 1 touchdown in the air. Not to mention the junior running back, Brandon Birdsong, also having himself a great year.
Yeah, something to mention about this Comet team, especially as you mentioned, D'Lo Birch. He's only had 1 touchdown all year, and that came off a screen pass. So we haven't seen any deep shots that this Comet team has been able to exploit on defense. So I'm interested to see if Mason can get the ball going downfield. No Jamie Martin for the Comets today, but a couple of those guys, Chris Hubbard and Torian Wiggins, are definitely deep ball threats that you could see in today's game.
Not to mention, last week, Torian Wiggins had himself his best game. He had a 53-yard catch last week against Oak Hills, had a rushing touchdown on a jet sweep earlier in that game. And the biggest thing from last game was the defensive line. The defensive line had probably their best game of the season last week against Oak Hills.
Yeah, and when we look to last week against Oak Hills, it started off really well in the first half. And, of course, the Comets went up to a big 17-0 lead. You were kind of going off the high of Lakota East in that kind of upset game. Second half kind of got you concerned early as a Mason fan, as the Comets looked really sloppy. There was a lot of holding penalties, a lot of false starts, something you can't have against this Big Blue team. And one of the biggest things I circled is, of course, Andre Bailey, this running back for Hamilton. He's been arguably the best running back in the GMC along with Lakota East Ryder Hooks. He's kind of a very elusive back. He knows how to run in between the tackles. So guys like Alex Brown, Emerson Bikey, who's going to be in that last facet of this Comet defense, are the guys that are going to have to step up in this game in order to stop this running offense of Hamilton.
I think the biggest person, though, to step up is your 2 interior defensive linemen, Brian O., John Hendricks. If there was a stat for pressure rate in the GMC, John Hendricks would probably have the highest pressure rate on this Comet team. Even though he doesn't have the production, he only has 12 total tackles on the year, 5 of them being solos and a tackle for loss. It doesn't reflect on how much pressure he puts on a quarterback of a team, and then the running back of the team, they kind of steer away from him. That's why you see Brian O. and Juan Bates also having themselves great years, and then obviously the sophomore A.J. Kaler on the defensive end, having himself his probably best year so far.
Yeah, as Hamilton takes the field here, it's homecoming night for them, so big night for them. Of course, 1-3. A team this good, if they can go 2-3, it's a lot different than 1-4, and they think they're a team that can beat this Comet offense for sure. This defense has struggled for sure, so definitely a matchup that could go either way. It's going to be who gets the momentum first and who can keep it for the longest.
I think, again, Isaac, we mentioned earlier this week on Comet Sports Talk that was released earlier today, force them to kind of throw the ball, force them actually really to run the ball. If you force them to run the ball, because the Comet rush defense has been phenomenal this year as we get ready to go for kickoff. The rush defense has been phenomenal. The pass defense has been a little lackluster, and hopefully we can see some improvement to that. Hamilton won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, so the Comets will go ahead and start with the ball. Number 20, Davin Messieu, and number 38, Jake Kelling, back deep to return the kick. Connor Stevens, the kicker for Hamilton. He's set and ready with...
Yeah, Hamilton's had some problems in defending this kickoff, so we'll see if the Comets can bring one back.
Caught in the end zone for a touchback. Comets will start the ball at the 20-yard line. Here comes the senior quarterback, D'Angelo Birch, in his Comet-led offense.
Yeah, this has been one of the best running offenses as we've seen all year, but the Comets are going to have to be way more creative because when there's teams like Hamilton, you got teams like Princeton next week. They're going to know that the run's coming. They're going to fill up the box. So you got to know how to do both facets. Birch is ready for the game. He's been at this game before. We'll see how he does today.
Start with Alex Brown and Tristan Newhouse in the formation. Wiggins to the bottom of the formation and Chris Hubbard to the top. Mentioned earlier without Jamie and Martin, number 10. Check the sideline for the play. Birch ready. It will be a handoff to Birdsong, and he is met immediately in the backfield. And he still is up, but he'll lose just about 4 yards. Maybe 3 yards on the first down carry. It will be 2nd and 13 now for the Comets.
Yeah, as I said, if you're Hamilton, you saw the film, and you've seen what the Comets have been able to do on the run game. So if you're not bringing the house on the first play, knowing that Mason's going to run the ball, most likely in between the tackles up the middle, you'd crazy. And then, as we can see there, Hamilton with a positive play on the first play.
Alex Silly checks into the game at wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. In the slot is Wiggins. They motion over Wiggins. Be a play action. Be a screen pass to Birdsong, and Birdsong tripped. Was officially tackled down about the 12-yard line. Now it's a long way to go for the Comets, just about 3rd and maybe 16 or 17 yards.
Yeah, nightmare start for this Comet team so far. We've had 2 bad plays, but it can all change with one. Alex Silly, as we mentioned, he's had really good weeks as a wide receiver, has converted as a quarterback. Look for the Comets to take a shot here on 3rd and 17.
Birch to pass. He'll step up in the pocket. There he goes. He'll take off towards the middle of the field, makes one man miss, and then he'll be tackled down about the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Comets. Maybe they send on the punt unit here.
Yeah, as you definitely got a punt here as Kastner's going to bring out the crew for this punt unit. But what I think is the biggest part that this Comet team needs to do the most is they got to get D'Lo Birch the ball in space, and that's what they did on that 3rd down play. They didn't play scared. They didn't go through the motions like running that screen play that they've had a lot of success with. It felt like it was a little bit of a force that first drive. That's a shanked punt.
She will go out of bounds just about the Hamilton 46-yard line and that 45-yard line. That's where the Big Blue will start their offense, coming out with the left-handed quarterback, Jaden McLean.
Yeah, Jaden McLean, you don't see a lot of southpaws in the high school game, even in the NFL. You've only got one, Michael Penix, but 2, as you mentioned, whatever. As this Comet team has their hands full in this game. Jaden McLean can get out of the pocket very quickly. He's a very mobile quarterback and a very competent quarterback for this Big Blue team.
It looks like they're sending off the captain, Alex Brown. Don't know what that one was for, sending on the number 31 for the Comets, Jonathan Balsley, the sophomore linebacker, playing in the Mike position. Bailey behind McLean. They motion the man over. Handoff up the middle. Bailey, he bumps him one man and then finally gets tackled close to the first down marker. He'll be short by a yard. It will be 2nd and 1 for the Big Blue.
Yeah, so far in this game, Mason has been very flat. You've been able to see it this whole game. It's been all Hamilton so far. Comets kind of lackadaisically trying to stop this team and they got to figure it out quick.
McLean looking to throw. Over the middle and had his man, but it was incomplete. Dropped by number 15, Caleb Ahone. It will be 3rd and 1. Look for a huge stop here. Imagine how big of a stop this one could be for the Comets. They're able to get out of this one.
Yeah, it's homecoming here at Hamilton, but it's very quiet. It's kind of almost feels like a scrimmage, and that might be why Mason's been pretty quiet.
The ball on the turf, picked up by Bailey, but he'll get the first down. A missed opportunity for the Comets to get through and get a huge tackle for loss off of the fumbled snap. McLean hit him right in the hand and kind of just went away. Looked like he was trying to hand that ball off to Bailey a little too early.
Yes, again, Comets kind of going in slow motion towards the ball, thinking that Hamilton's going to give it to him. And they're not going to give it to him, especially at a 1-3 record back against the wall at home.
Especially on the homecoming game. McLean motions a man over. McLean, quick throw towards the sideline. It is caught. He makes a man miss, and there he goes. Inside, he'll be tackled down about the 22-yard line. And Isaac, we've seen that a lot this season. Little quick passes, the secondary playing a little too far off, and he'll take it for the first down.
Yeah, that's going to be the scouting report against Mason until they stop it. It's going to be those quick passes, and it's going to make these Comet DBs make a play, and they haven't so far this year. Jordan Bryant, one of the guys on the outside that have been very good for this Hamilton team.
McLean, he'll take the handoff to Bailey. Bailey splits the middle, and there he goes. Touchdown, Hamilton. Andre Bailey takes his 3rd carry of the game straight up the middle, straight through the heart of this Comet defense, and score their first touchdown of the night.
Yeah, and again, that's what's going to happen when you come out flat on the road. You're going to get punched in the face, and Comets just did right there. Andre Bailey showing why he's ran nearly 200 yards a game this year. He's been neck and neck for the GMC Player of the Year, you could say. So far, Mason's got to figure it out quick, or it's going to be pretty much what it was in 2023 when Hamilton came to Mason and beat him by 30.
Comet defense so far on the year, they're 5th in GMC with rush yards allowed per game with 123.5 at first drive. Bailey goes for a big one on the run, and we'll see what the Comets offense can do to respond to that. I have a real great feeling here that they're going to be able to respond heavily right here.
Yeah, it's all going to happen on 1st and 2nd down. That's where you have to get the big plays of the game. And I think for the Comets to come back in this game, it's not even a comeback. I mean, there's 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Plenty of football left. But it obviously hasn't went your way, and you're going to have to execute, and you're going to have to not make mistakes. Last week, we mentioned there was a little bit of hiccups in the offensive line and even in the skill positions that this Comet team wasn't playing up to par that they're going to have to play to win this game tonight.
A kickoff is sent. Be caught by Messieu. There he goes. He takes it up towards the field, shakes a man, and is tackled just about the 23-yard line. That's where it will be first down for this Comet offense. Their 2nd time around. First time around, tackled behind the line of scrimmage on the first play on the run, and then Birdsong slipped up on the screen pass and then made it 3rd and very long, but D'Angelo Birch able to use his legs, cut it to 4th and 5 before the Comets punt the ball away.
Yeah, if there's anybody that's going to take the game in his own hands, it's going to be the guy under center in Birch. Last year, he did not have good fortune against Hamilton. Beat him in the playoffs, but got smoked in the regular season.
Newhouse and Brown still in the game. It'll be a jet sweep to Wiggins. There he goes. He gets hit immediately as he passes the line of scrimmage. He'll get about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Comet offense.
Yeah, we've seen Coach Kastner write up that play a lot this year with Wiggins. That's kind of the main reason how he's gotten involved this year with those jet sweeps on the outside, just using his speed.
Get your playmakers the ball any way possible. Be a handoff to Birdsong, outside zone. And he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
As, again, just a run there, kind of going through the motions, kind of not really reacting to what the defense is giving you, but kind of going through it like a monologue almost. And
Now,
it's, again, 3rd and long, and you're going to have to make a play now on 3rd down.
Yeah, it didn't look like we got the Comet offensive line got enough people on the outside to really seal off that corner for their junior running back Birdsong.
Look for Birch to run here.
Yeah. Roll out pass. Birch, his throw to Hubbard is caught. He makes a man miss, and he'll get the Comet first down.
Big play. I mean, Birch making things happen. Big play for Chris Hubbard's confidence. He hasn't had very good games, so the Comets getting in line quick.
Looked like it was supposed to be an RPO, and they throw the flag for illegal man downfield.
And that's pretty much, I believe that's Birch taking it into his own hands. Hey, guys, they're not ready. Let's throw the ball. And he was looking for Birdsong, and Birdsong really wasn't ready. And that's the instincts that you see in a good quarterback. You don't really, if the defense isn't ready, you don't wait on them. You go. And I think it was just miscommunication, and it's going to be incomplete pass.
They declined the penalty to make it 2nd down, and they had Torian Wiggins wide open on the far side. If that pass was completed and it was an illegal man downfield, Torian Wiggins could still be running right now. Birch in the empty backfield. In motion across Birdsong. And Birch will take it up the middle himself. He'll get about 4 yards before he's tackled down. 3rd and 6 for the Comet offense.
It's another big 3rd down. You already had one in this possession. You're going to need another one, or it's really just going to go to waste again, another possession.
Kind of a spread offense. Alex Brown and Newhouse in with Wiggins to the top of the screen. Looking to throw. Birch will be forced to roll out. He'll go, take off. He'll get down the sideline. He'll get 1st down and more. He gets across the midfield to about the 40-yard line. And he will get tackled down about the 45. Actually stepped out of bounds. And then a penalty marker coming out. And it looks like he'll be taunting on number 18, D'Angelo Birch.
Yeah, we'll see what it's on. It looks like there was a little talk after the play with Birch. He's trying to get it over with the referees, but if anything, it's going to be a 1st down regardless. They're just going to move the sticks back.
Honestly, if you're Birch here, you make the argument for maybe a sideline violation for Hamilton. They were on the field pretty much when he was running down that sideline. They were pretty much on the field.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. I thought he went out just a couple yards short, but
yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, wow, he's still there.
Kastner is going to want to hear this as well. Obviously, Birch doesn't like what happened on that sideline because he's not usually a guy. When you see him celebrate, it's normally towards his sideline.
Sportsmanlike conduct on Birch, but the 1st down will actually it's be on sportsmanlike conduct on both sides. Penalties will offset. Automatic 1st down though for not an automatic 1st down, a 1st down for the quarterback D'Angelo Birch.
Yeah, that's kind of what you see when one guy talks back. It's not really who does it first. It's if you talk back.
If you retaliate, it's always the 2nd man that is the one that get in trouble.
Lucky for the Comets there. Big 1st down though on Hamilton's side for the 1st time today.
Birch will take it himself again. There he goes towards the outside. He'll get a block and get about 5 yards before he is tackled down. 2nd and 5 now for the Comet offense. Again, Isaac, we talked about taking the game into his own hands.
Yeah,
more.
If there's a person that's not going to lay down and give this game to Hamilton, it's going to be the guy that has the ball the entire game, and it's going to be Birch. And if he doesn't see anybody open, he's not afraid to lower his shoulder and get it himself.
Quick pass to Wiggins. It was behind the line of scrimmage. And he was tackled down for a loss of about 3.
Yeah, not a good pass there from Birch, but also at the same time, he was avoiding the DB that read that screen pass really well. And you got to know if you're Wiggins, yeah, you want to catch the ball, but if you're going backwards, you're going behind where the line of scrimmage was. The Comets lost 4 yards there, so now it's a 3rd and long.
Be Newhouse in on the sidecar for Birch. Birch looking to throw. He'll step up in the pocket and he'll take off. He slips down about the 40-yard line, about the 41.
Yeah, and that's the difference right there. I mean, if that's an incomplete pass, maybe we're looking at a 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Instead, the Comets are going to bring their punt unit on the field.
Absolutely, as now Birch back to his own 45-yard line, looking to pin Hamilton deep.
We're the guys to talk about fake punts a lot. I think this is the moment right here. This is when you do it, because right now it's dead on that Comet side.
And they have no one deep too. Birch will punt it. They looked like it was going to be a fake for a second. It takes an even bounce about the 10-yard line. It will be down officially at the 11-yard line.
Was he thinking about it? And Hamilton didn't believe him, obviously, because they didn't have a guy back there. But, I mean, we'll take that any day as for the Comets. I mean, inside the 10-yard line, Birch obviously is a very good punter. And, I mean, they saw the opportunity there, but they can't do that every time because Birch can put it inside the 10 every time he wants.
Exactly, and the Comets special teams, they are ones to do that fake punt. We saw Kaiser Wilhelm last year against Elder take one for like 60 yards. McLean set, Bailey behind him. It will be a handoff to Bailey, and he'll be tackled just about the 16-yard line, about 4-yard gain for the Big Blue. 2nd and about 6.
Yeah, Bailey reminds me a lot of Ashton Genty. He's a quick guy. He gets in between the tackles. He's a true running back. He knows what he's doing back there. He knows the patience and which block to go through.
5'10", 190 running back. Senior for the Big Blue. In the sidecar, McLean. Motions a man over. McLean looking to pass towards the near side. He's wrapped up almost immediately there by Darren Knotts. It will be about a 4-yard gain. Maybe about a 3-yard gain, actually. 3rd and about 2 or 3.
Yeah, Mason's got to be careful here. Obviously, Hamilton wants to do those short passes. As you mentioned before, try and get this game in the DB's hands for this Comet team. Look for him to do it again here on 3rd down.
Where he kind of got a press, and the entire defensive line for the Comets jump off sides. Be an automatic 1st down for the Big Blue.
Yeah, they've been going on a 1 snap all day. The Comets really need a big play, and you try and get the sack before the ball's even down. And that's just another unforced error. Can't have it, but luckily they're still on their own side of the field. So nothing too detrimental yet, but if we look back into this possession later, maybe Hamilton gets a field goal. That's something we'll point at.
McLean will hand off to Bailey. He'll go towards Bates' side. He gets around, and then he is tackled hard by number 1, Alex Brown, the senior captain, and he'll lose about 2 yards.
Yeah, that's the guy you're going to need to show up today, Alex Brown. He's going to be the guy that's going to have to chase Bailey across the whole field. He's a guy, Bailey, that's going to want to get to the sidelines, and Brown has to meet him there every single time. Great pursuit there from the captain.
Great way to set the edge there by Juan Bates and make him bounce it more backwards so Brown could get to him. 2nd and about 12. McLean motions a man over. They hand off to Bailey. And he is wrapped up on the edge. Number 15, Dave Hutton. Another tackle for loss for this Comet defense. Staring about a 3rd and 14 for the Big Blue.
Great play there from the Comets. That's what you're going to need. You're going to have to get on the outside, limit those big plays, and now it's a big 3rd down. Got to get your offense off the field. Just 2 minutes left in this 1st quarter to swing it back into your side because it's not been on your side all quarter long. What
are they going to dial up here? McLean Motions a man over. Towards the middle of the field. Incomplete, way over the head, but a flag. And it looks like they're going to call roughing the passer on the Comets. They do call roughing the passer on the Comets, and I don't know if I agree with that one there. He was able to hit McLean as soon as he was going to go throw that ball, and I guess maybe a step, but that should not have been called.
Yeah, it's a ticky-tacky play, but good coverage overall from the Comets. Jay Kelly was there as the safety. But again, 2 first downs, both unforced from the Big Blue.
Yeah, that was a mighty close one. McLean ready. Be a handoff to Bailey towards up the middle. Makes Hutton miss, and then he is slammed down by number 5, Darren Knott. He'll get the first down.
Yeah, I mean, these linebackers are going to have to step up, especially Dave Hutton, because you got to think this offensive line's goal is to get to Alex Brown as quick as possible, because if you can't tackle Bailey in this secondary, it's going to be a long night. And so far, the Comets have not been able to.
Man in motion, it looks like it will be a false start, and it will. The tackle for the Big Blue flinched. Juan Bates just went off of the movement. We go ahead and sub in number 32, the sophomore, A.J. Kaler, for number 94, Henry Berry. Kaler looks like getting some rest on the first 2 possessions.
Yeah, Comets keeping him fresh. Brian L. had a great week last week, and also he had a great week himself. Keep everybody in there.
McLean. Step back to pass. Be a screen. Caught by Bailey. And then he is wrapped up by big John Hendricks. Getting about 3 yards before he is wrapped down by number 55. Get about 2nd and 12. So manageable here for the Big Blue. Get maybe 5 yards here. Set up for 3rd and about 7.
Good awareness by the defensive line in this Comet team, seeing that the O-line was not holding on to them, that it was definitely a screen pass. That's going to be the last play, though, this first quarter.
Yeah, it will be the last play of the first quarter as the clock winded all the way down. That will be the end of the first quarter. We'll go ahead and head to a quick break. Before we head to a break, we would like to give a quick shout out for tonight's sponsors, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling. From kitchens to custom cabinetry, they bring expert craftsmanship and hometown pride to every project. We'll go ahead and head to a quick break. When we get back, second quarter action here at Hamilton High School. We are back here for the start of the second quarter. The Big Blue driving. They have 2nd and 13 at their own 42-yard line. This Comet defensive line has held themselves here lately, and the entire defense has as well. Bailey set in the backfield. It'll be a pass. There'll be Laundry in the backfield. Looks like a hold, and he'll be escorted out of bounds by number 15, Dave Hutton, and an automatic hold. They'll send him back 10 yards from the start of the play. And, Isaac, that was an easy one to call there. Juan Bates coming around the top, and he is grabbed by the top of the jersey.
Yeah, Bates was the closest to the quarterback. So when you're looking at the quarterback and you see that jersey being pulled, it's an easy one, as you said. But going back to that first quarter, it was sloppy for this Comet team. especially in the first part of that first quarter. It's been a little better as of late, but they haven't had that big play to kind of get a momentum shifter. This has probably been the quietest game of the year for both sides, and it is the homecoming night for Hamilton, but this Comet team's kind of taking what the crowd's giving them right now, and they got to find a way to generate their own energy.
2nd and 22. Be a handoff to Bailey. Bailey will take it up the middle before he is tackled down by number 15, Dave Hutton. Another tackle for him, 3rd and long for the Hamilton Big Blue. Look for Coach McCullough to dial up some pressure here. Maybe bring in an extra defensive back, drop some coverage back, because they're probably going to pass here. It's 3rd and 17 at your own 38-yard line. You're looking for a pass here to try to get the first down.
Yeah, at the same time, you got to bring those linebackers, but you can't let McLean get to the outside. A lefty's going to want to roll out to the right. Multiple receivers on that side.
McLean, step drop. He'll go towards the middle and almost jump the route. Number 2, Emerson Bikey, incomplete pass. 4th down for the Hamilton Big Blue. They'll send on the punting unit.
Yeah, just floated a little too much for McLean. A great job from Bikey to just get his hand in there. Didn't need the interception, just needed the stop. And a good job there from the Comet defense. A clean drive, you could say, on the defensive side. Now they just got to get it going on the offensive side and get this game back in their possession.
Back deep to return is number 38, Jake Kellen. And that one will take a Hamilton bounce, and it will be down to about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line of the Comets, and that's where they'll go ahead and start the drive.
And man, was Mason close to blocking that. A muffed snap, just a little too low for the punter, and man, really close was J.J. Lewis just getting his hands in there. But at the same time, you know that the punting unit was not told, do not touch this punter. Let us get the ball back. And he definitely took that a little conservative with the block. But at the same time, a little bit of a shank. The Comets, as you said, almost at midfield already.
Birch and Birdsong in the backfield. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Birch will take it towards the outside. He'll get past the 40 to about the 41 before he's tackled down. 2nd and about 6 for the Comets.
Yeah, it's been Birch runs over and over again. A lot similar to what we saw with Springboro in this first quarter of play. He can't run all day. He's going to get hurt at some point, so you got to mix it up.
And again, they'll call his number, and he'll be tackled about the 44, about a 3-yard gain. 3rd and about 3 for the Comets.
Well, now you get in a 3rd and 3 situation. It's either Birdsong or it's going to be Birch, and you're going to go for it if you don't get it. It's going to be Birch here, I can guarantee it.
Be Birch, a pulling guard. He'll push his pulling guard, and he'll get towards the first down. Let's see, and they will give the Comets a first down. D'Angelo Birch.
Gritty first down. Try and do anything you can. I mean, 3 runs in a row from Birch. If that's what it's going to need, you're going to take it any day. But, I mean, not even over halfway through midfield. You got to get Birdsong involved a little bit here. Just 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
Be an outside zone to Birdsong. Birdsong, he'll split it up through the middle. He'll get about 2 before he's tackled down, 2nd and 8. And that was great push there by the Comet offensive line. They were running towards the defensive end, Eckley Bridges, number 59, probably the best defensive player for this Big Blue team. And they ran right at him, and the offensive line was able to hold him. Play action boot. He'll throw it to Newhouse. Newhouse catches it, gets about 2, 3rd and 5 for the Comets now.
Good throw there from Birch, a very risky throw. He was throwing off his back foot. Had to be a perfect one, or it was probably going to get intercepted. Good job there from Newhouse to haul it in. Another 3rd and 6 at midfield. I would look for a run or a screen pass because the Comets are going no matter what unless they go behind the sticks here.
Hubbard at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Hubbard's still at the bottom of the screen. Wiggins in the slot. A rollout pass. Birch. He'll throw. Has Hubbard. Incomplete. He skipped it on the ground. 3rd and 6. Let's see what Castro will do.
It's a long 4th down. And I think Birch had time to set his feet a little bit. It was a short throw. He was going across body as they're going to bring out the punt unit.
He probably could have ran that one. He had a lot of green grass in front of him. If he would have taken off there, he would have a 1st down and more. And it will not pay off. The Comets will punt with a great drive that they had going. 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Birch will take it himself. He goes past the sticks, and he will not get it. He'll be tackled about 3 yards short. Be a turnover on downs for the Comets.
Yeah, he knew what is coming. Birch, he's had a little frustration here in this first half, mostly because he hasn't been able to throw the ball and because he's had to work for his 1st downs. And you could tell he wanted to get another one there. Tried to get it on the right side. He almost did on the first time, another fake one there. It just couldn't get it. And 8:40 left in this first half. It's been a very unusual first half for this Mason team.
The throw in the middle, incomplete, and a penalty marker. Illegal man downfield by the Big Blue. It was an RPO. The Comets, I'm pretty sure they'll decline this penalty here.
Yes, McLean, the only true really passes he's had has both been up the seam. They've both not been good so far in this game. So both quarterbacks pretty sloppy. Both defenses been pretty sloppy. And guess what? Both offenses have been pretty sloppy. It's been a gritty football game so far. It's been a game that you wouldn't really expect. I was expecting a high-scoring affair, a very energy-boosted game, but so far it's been dead and low-scoring.
They will go ahead and accept the penalty, making it 1st and 15 instead of 2nd and 10. Andre Bailey in the backfield. Motions a man over. Be a reverse on the far side, and that's when he will be escorted out of bounds. Elijah Jones, the junior wide receiver.
Yeah, Elijah Jones and Jordan Bryant, very similar wide receivers. Both have good height on them, but both at the same time are very lengthy guys. They have long strides. But good job there from Hamilton to get a good play after being at about a 1st and 15. Now they're looking at about a 2nd and 6. 8 minutes left.
6 at the midfield. 8.5 remaining. McLean motions a man over. Be an RPO towards the far side of the field, incomplete over the head of the far receiver, which was Elijah Jones, getting another target. Davin Messieu in coverage for the Comets. It will be 3rd and 6 now. 8:25 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, look for Mason to bring a little bit of pressure here. I wouldn't be surprised if this ball does go to Bailey, but you got to make a tackle.
Looks like
Comets
they'll go
jumping
for
again. Something you don't see a lot from this Comet defense. Coach McCullough, as we mentioned multiple times in this broadcast already, Coach Kastner, very good.
They're talking up. Dead ball foul offsides for the Comets. Be 3rd and about 1 now.
Yeah, as I said.
Here comes two Hamilton players. Be number 59, Eckley Bridges. And the tight end number 87, Dylan Buell.
You don't got to sugarcoat this. This is going to be a run up the middle.
It is, 100%. They fumble the snap. It's on the ground. Who has it? Comets are pointing their way. And it will be 4th down. They fumble the snap, and they will bring on the punt team.
Interesting to punt here. I mean, Mason hasn't had any momentum all day. I guess it was a bad snap and it was a botched play, but a 4th and 2 on Mason's side of the field. Really Interesting call here.
Just under 7:50 remaining in the first half. In punt formation, looking towards the sideline.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is a hard snap here.
I would not be surprised either if you're the interior, but it'll be a timeout called by the Big Blue. Their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. The Comets have all 3 remaining.
Yeah, I think
if you're the Comets here, you're telling your interior guys, watch the ball. Do not shoot yourselves in the foot. And it looks like they're bringing back the offense.
Yeah, I understand if you're Mason, you want to make a play and you want to be the game changer in this game, but you got to be smart and you can't be the reason why this game changes on the opposite side of the field.
McCullough scrambling to get his team together. Be 4th and 2. They're probably going to bring out that same heavy formation package where they brought in number 87, Dylan Buell, and number 59, Eckley Bridges, to kind of just run the ball through the middle, kind of the heavy formation that we've seen for the Comets where they bring in Juan Bates, John Hendricks, Alex Brown, your 3 senior defensive captains, you would say, the 3 biggest players on that field. Come back after the timeout.
Yeah, I'd be very shocked if this ball goes in the air. I think Hamilton, what they're going to do is they're going to see it. Is your best player better than my best player? And Andre Bailey, I believe, will get this ball up the middle as we see a bunch look to the right.
It's going to go to Bailey here. Hard count. They changed the play. We'll go up the middle to Bailey. Bailey will get the first down.
Yeah, no-brainer if you're Hamilton there. On Mason's side of the field, you got the best player maybe in the GMC this year, and Andre Bailey. You got to go with your guns there. There's 7:20 left in this first half. It's been a disaster on offense for this Mason team, but a chance for this defense to step up and keep it just a 7-point game.
I mean, Isaac, if you're the Comets there, why are you not sending the house? You know it's going to go to number 1 in the backfield. Why? Questions that will continue happening for the remainder of this game. McLean, the ball rolled on the ground. Bates, towards the middle, picked off. Number 38, Jay Kelly. He has a convoy in front of him. He's racing. Big John Hendricks in front. He gets a block. He gets another one inside past the 20. He'll get down about the 16-yard line. A huge interception for the sophomore Kelling, and that brings the Comets into the red zone for the first time tonight.
Yeah, first people I see, the Black Hole leaders, most of all them being baseball guys. Of course, Jake Kelly, his younger brother, and man, he's an athlete, man. In the secondary, a great job getting his hands on the ball. He told me today he's getting a pick. Did I believe him? Maybe not, but he got it today. Got it. That does 3 sports. He does football, basketball, and a very good baseball player. So, man, what a huge stop there. A big momentum shifter, but the Comets got to get in the end zone here.
Birch in the shotgun. They'll hand it off to Birdsong. Birdsong will go up the middle, and he is stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage, and he'll maybe lose about a half a yard. I mean, that play was doomed to start. It was a rolled snap to McLean. McLean picks it up, throws it off the hands of the receiver right into Kelling. Now 2nd and about 11.
A couple things. McLean's been very bad with his accuracy so far today. He's been a lot of high throws. Bikey could have got his hands on it earlier. It's going to be a timeout on for the Big Blue. They're second, just 6 minutes left.
That's a big timeout.
But I think something I want to see from Mason here. On the first play, you go run up the middle. But I think after that interception, you just had the biggest play of the game. In a game that you haven't had any big plays at all, you got to take a shot down the field. Whether that's to Torian Wiggins on a post route or if that's D'Lo Birch taking it himself. But, man, it just feels like a very conservative drive for this Comet team. It's something we haven't really seen from Coach Dattilo this year.
Maybe a little RPO action to number 17, Wiggins, like you mentioned. Maybe a little fake handoff, quick slant to Wiggins, try to get him into some open field. We've seen that a lot in the GMC recently, is the RPO game. Lakota West probably runs it the best in the GMC with the RPO, especially with their great receiver Tyson Davis, probably one of the fastest wide receivers for Lakota and probably the best wide receiver in the GMC. Again, like you mentioned, Isaac, 6:16 remaining, 2nd and 11 for the Comets. They're at the Big Blue 18 and marching after the big interception by number 38, Jack Kelling. Birch set. Hubbard to the bottom of the screen, Wiggins to the top. Birch up the middle, tripped up, and a penalty marker. It looks like it will be a holding on the Comets. And real quick mention, number 77, Lennon Aguilar, taking their best defender and pushing him downfield for about 5 to 6 yards. I mean, he is getting great push off that line. He had a rough start to the season against Springboro, but as of now, he probably has one of the lower pressure rates on this Comet team at the left tackle position on the blind side for D'Angelo Birch.
Yeah, you can't really miss him. He's a fridge on the left side, probably the biggest kid in the whole school.
He's listed at 6'6". In motion is number 1, Alex Brown. They'll pitch it to Birdsong. Birdsong towards the outside. He has a block. There he goes. And if he cuts it inside, he may have had a first down and more. But now it's about 3rd and 12.
And what a play from Lyndon Hamid on the left side. Tough guy to bring down as Birdsong, but you got to do it by yourself. And what a tackle there. As you said, if he doesn't tackle him there, that's a touchdown all the way for Mason. Now, ball on the 23-yard line in Gogol's range, but if you lose any yards here, you're going from the ball at the 16 after a turnover to maybe not scoring at all.
Timeout called by Coach Kastner. He'll rethink this one.
Yeah.
5:17 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I like the timeout call here. You got 3 timeouts, and the Comets haven't used one yet. Just 5 minutes left. Time is not an issue for either team. But looking here, I think the biggest thing we've seen so far in this game is the absence of Jamie Martin. He's had some collarbone issues just from last game against Oak Hills, missed the majority of the game. And he's your deep threat. He's one of the fastest kids at Mason. And Torian is one of those guys, but you just move a couple guys back, and Torian really isn't that big of a threat that we've seen this so far of a season. So it's been Birch really doing it alone, with Birdsong occasionally with those runs in the backfield. So I'm interested to see what Coach Totillo and Coach Kastner are going to draw up on this play.
To mention, that was the 4th interception of the year for Hamilton. Sorry, the 5th interception of the year for Hamilton, the 4th by the quarterback McLean. Birch looking to pass. Has plenty of time. He'll look to roll out. The throw to Birdsong. He has a convoy in front of him. He'll get through the middle. He gets the first down and more. He gets towards the goal line. Tackled about the 1-yard line. It will be goal to go for the Comets. 1st and goal at the 1.
A great play call there. A fake that you just did. That was a good play call. And then D'Lo had options. It was a great job from this offensive line to figure it out on this big 3rd down and to block the guys in front of them. And now it's a 1st down and goal, and you got to think it's going to go to one of the guys in the backfield.
Birch, he fumbles the snap. He'll get tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and he's down at about the 7-yard line. Tackled down at the 5 with forward progress.
Just can't have that. There was a good snap from Joey Oscar. Just Birch couldn't handle it, trying to give it to Birdsong a little too early. And now Mason's, you think you got to be fighting for a touchdown here. A field goal gets it to a 7-3 game, but Hamilton gets the ball at half, and you haven't had any momentum all game.
Be a mug type look. Looking to throw. Birch going to have to throw it. He got Newhouse towards the pylon. Touchdown, Comets. D'Angelo Birch to Tristan Newhouse. And that will be a Comet touchdown. His second through the air on the season for Birch.
That was big. It's been a very, very frustrating game for Birch, and the fact that he could figure it out and find the end zone. And Tristan Newhouse, shout out, got in the end zone there.
His first touchdown of his Comet career at his, in very least, his senior season. Max Gogol will line up for the extra point. Penalty marker, it'll be offsides on Hamilton. They will go ahead and see what the
We've
Comets
seen
do.
this
They
story
decline
before
it.
with Lakota West. Comets did accept it that time and get to the 1 yard line, try and take the lead, but this time trying to just get the points and tie this game, try and survive this half as a tie game.
Actually, they'll go ahead and move it up to the 1 yard line for an even closer PAT for Max Gogol.
This type of kicks you'd see on Pat McAfee show. It's
Snap the
even
kick.
closer.
It's through. Comets have tied the game with just over 4 minutes remaining, and the Comet defense able to make their way back out for another great drive.
Yeah, and that's what you see in good teams. Good teams find out how to stay in a game when they're not playing their best. And so far, I think we can all agree Mason hasn't played their best half. But at the same time, Hamilton hasn't either. They've had a good run game, but at the same time, both these teams are very, very matched closely together. And you got to think that they're both going to pick it up in this second half. But to see the ball go through the end zone is a huge thing for your offense. And just 4 minutes left, Hamilton's going to have a big play to get some points on the board.
The Comets have 2 timeouts. The Big Blue 1. 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Again, a drive set up by a interception by the sophomore Kelling. And he took it all the way back to the 16. Gogol, the run and the kick. It's up, and it will be through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, as the Big Blue McLean trying to pick it up here after his tough throw last drive, and kind of a tough game so far. Lakota West leading Fairfield expectingly 7-0 so far in that game. Not a lot of scores so far in the GMC. It's been kind of a quiet week overall. Middletown taking care of Sycamore. That'll be a fun matchup when Mason gets to play against them. Oak Hills leading Coleraine 7-0 as well.
McLean, he'll hand the ball off to Bailey. Bailey up the middle. He'll get about 6 or 7 yards before he's tackled down. 2nd and 3 for the Big Blue.
As Hamilton can run all they want, but time about 3:40, only 1 timeout. I'm not sure if you can really run it down the field to get this score.
Being hand off to Bailey. Bailey towards the outside. Makes 2 men miss before he's tackled down right at the first down marker. It will be a Big Blue first down.
About 3:30 left.
Talk about a big game in the Cincinnati area. Moeller, St. X, 14-13.
Yeah,
Moeller lead.
Defense is always optional in that game, and mostly because Ponitowski is one of the best Ohio's ever seen.
Alex Brown gets himself another tackle on the Andre Bailey handoff. A.J. Kaler was also in there making some mayhem. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. And what a great analogy there for that St. X Moeller game. Defense not always an option.
Yeah, mostly you see it in conferences like the Big 12, you could say, in college football. But, man, when you have those good of teams going against each other, especially that high of offense, man, St. X has a really good defense, but that offensive Moeller is tough to stop.
A handoff to Bailey in the inside, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Credited for the tackle will be number 55 and number 45, Brian O. and John Hendricks on the inside. 2:15 remaining, 3rd and 6 for the Big Blue. If you think if the Comets get a stop here, they call timeout.
Yeah, the Big Blue are kind of stalling here, just kind of looking for a big run if Bailey can get one. If not, they're kind of just wasting the clock out. They do have the ball to start the second half. For Mason, I'm not sure if you decide to go and get this timeout and try and get some points yourself. We'll see on this play.
Be a play action pass. The throw, deep ball downfield, way overthrown for number 4, Jordan Bryant. Darren Knotts on the coverage.
That makes the decision a lot easier because the clock stops. Mason has still 2 timeouts in their back pocket, and Birch is a playmaker. He can make throws and make plays on the ground. So at the end of the day, Mason gets it done there. Also in the GMC, probably the biggest game for sure is Lakota East and Princeton. Princeton staying hot as the hottest team in GMC so far. They're up 14-0 against Lakota East, who struggled lately. Lakota East, ever since they dropped that game against Mason, has been really not good.
Kelling, he muffed the punt. It's picked up inside the 20, down to the, it will be picked up at the 20, first down for the Hamilton Big Blue. Kelling muffs the punt. I don't know if he actually touched it.
Yeah, it looked like he touched it, but Kelly kind of putting his case to Coach Kastner here, and you don't have a review, so most of the time you're not going to get that call no matter what. And that's a tough one there. You had the biggest play of the game on offense and on the defensive side, and then a tough play there returning-wise.
If you hold them to a field goal here, that'd be great. McLean in the shotgun, Bailey to his hip. Be a handoff to Bailey. Breaks one tackle, spinning and spinning and spinning inside the 10, and then he is finally down by...
He didn't even go down.
Oh, yeah, he didn't even go down. He had 6 Comet defenders on him.
Yeah, I think the Big Blue are gonna try and get this kick to go here. Interesting. I haven't seen that ever.
At a high school football game, never a T-shirt cannon.
Mostly you see the cheerleaders throw out to the student section, but not ever you see it from a grown adult.
McLean towards the outside. He makes a man miss, and he is tackled before he gets to the first down. 45 seconds remaining. Simmons with his with the first tackle of the game for him. 40 seconds remaining. 3rd and about 3 to go. McLean in the shotgun. And another offsides penalty on the defensive line.
As that just can't happen, Trevor. I mean, 26 seconds left.
And
you're
that
back
stops the
against
clock.
your own end zone, and as you met 2 experienced guys on this Comet defensive line, and just big penalties that are costing you.
First and goal at the 4.
Something to mention, Connor Stevens, the kicker for Hamilton, is not a very reliable guy. He actually missed a PAT last week. Is 2 for 3 in PATs, 1 for 1 in kicks. But they might not need him here.
McLean sends a man in motion. He'll look to roll out. The throw caught for a Big Blue touchdown. A muffed punt turns into a touchdown for the Hamilton Big Blue.
Yeah, and at this point, you just kind of take it to the half. It just hasn't been your half. Mason tried sneaking away, trying to keep this at an even 7-7 game, but with how it's been going so far, you knew that something was not good going to happen. And we'll see what Coach Kastner tells his team. Because right now I think it's been real flat on the Comets side.
It has been real flat on this.
And a must-win game. I mean, when was the last time we talked about Mason being even close to the top of the GMC in terms of winning the GMC? Obviously, we're early in the season.
2018.
Week 5. But Mason, if they win out, and this and Princeton next 2 weeks were the 2 highlighted games, you'd think the weeks after that the Comets can get pretty easily get by a couple of teams like Fairfield's, Sycamore, and Coleraine. But if they drop this game, it's a lot different perspective in that locker room as that'll be out the window. But you got one half to figure it out, and you got 20 minutes to figure it out within each other before you head out again.
Kelling and Messieu all the way back to return. I like Castner not giving up on the young sophomore Kelling after he botched that punt return that turned into the Hamilton touchdown, and still keeps him out there for the kickoff. That one kicked deep, and a penalty marker, dead ball. It would be a legal procedure on the Big Blue. It will bring it back 5 yards. They'll kick it from the 35 instead of the 40. Go ahead and have the ball get fully delivered back to the 35.
Making this half as long as possible, last 20 seconds. You'd think once Mason, if they don't bring this back, you would think it's definitely a kneel.
It's definitely going to be a kneel, unless D'Angelo Birch wants to try something a little funky.
Yeah, I mean, he's tried the punt, the fake punt, but I'd think for sure that they're gonna knee this out if they don't bring it back.
And they'll go ahead and look to kick for a second time here.
Looking at an onside kick.
That would be a squibber. Messieu and McBarry run into each other. McBarry takes it towards the middle. He'll be tackled just about the 36-yard line. 14 ticks remaining, and they'll go ahead and just send out the offense for a little knee down. You can tell it's going for a knee down. They barely huddled right there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a frustrating talk in the halftime meeting, but I think overall that's what's going to light a fire inside you, man, because right now Mason's got nothing, no energy. You can just tell up here. I mean, Hamilton's real quiet. We've mentioned before, I don't think I've ever been to a football venue that's this quiet. It feels like you're in a library, but overall it's been that type of football game. We'll have to see who wants it more in the second half.
And that will be the end of the first half. Go ahead and another shout out to our proud sponsors, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling. Quality you can trust, craftsmanship you can see. Visit them at reachcabinets.com. We'll be back here for the second half action after a quick break.
Dreaming of a kitchen or bathroom that truly reflects your style? Reach Cabinets and Remodeling is here for you. We are a one-call does-it-all company, serving the greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, and Dayton areas. Visit our website or call Jerry at 513-260-2595 and let him know you saw us on Mason Sports Radio broadcast. Reach Cabinets and Remodeling, making dream remodels a reality.
Mason High School has its fair share of hardworking athletes. It's no secret that our teams work vigorously all year round to produce the best results in every single game they play. But training isn't the only thing that keeps these teams successful. The baseball team is currently coming together to learn about leadership through a collaborative book study. JJ Darce is one of the many leaders on the baseball team that is helping them learn the words in the pages of the book and learning how to apply them onto the diamond.
Currently reading Extreme Ownership. It's written by 2 former Navy SEALs, and it's just about their experiences out in wartime, out in Iraq and stuff.
And the book selection is always somewhat specific to the season, the upcoming season, the group of guys we have, etc. So, yeah, it's definitely, I think, over the last 12 years, been a huge part of our program's success.
So we do these book talks every year, and they all have a different meaning for us. This year, it's really been to learn how to lead under pressure and lead the guys. I mean, we lost 17 seniors last year, so learning how to lead a new group of guys under pressure has definitely been something that we needed to learn about. And I mean, we've been doing the book talk since October, so it's given us plenty of time to do so and learn from that.
Not making excuses, not being entitled, and owning it, owning everything that you have control over. And then that leads, I think, into leadership of others when you first take care of your own business first. And guys, we talk about building credibility that comes from doing things the right way.
Every single year, the shift in the team culture is it naturally brings us together, and we really have to think outside the box in different ways to solve problems on the field, on and off the field, between each other. So yeah, every single year the books bring us closer together, and I think it's something that really every team should do.
The baseball team has shown the true impact of what a book can bring to a team and how the players are positively influenced throughout the pages onto the field. While the baseball team is currently grinding through their season, growing and learning on each other through the ups and downs, the football team has shown their compassion through a book quite like the baseball team. Alex Brown sheds his light on what the mission and the goals are for the football team, with the book being the cornerstone of their growth.
The book we're currently reading is a book called Legacy. I've seen leaders spark throughout the book by just like simple things like, there's more people talking on the group chats, there's more people talking in the weight room. And in the book, it talks a lot about being the guy to sweep the sheds is a big saying they use all the time. I think it's just like the little things you consistently see to grow over time. As we went through the years of high school, people read the different books like Make Your Bed or Chop Wood, Carry Water, and then you finally get to Legacy as your senior year. So I think as the years go on, it helps really grow the connection between that senior class. I think ever since we've started to read this book, I haven't felt more confident in the 3 years of high school football, going into this offseason, going into the season, about where we stand with this culture. And I think it's really been inscribed in all of us and all the players that we're all here for one common goal, and that's to be the first, that's to win. I think about the book all the time. It's something that I read outside of school a lot more than just what we're supposed to read or the packet we're supposed to fill out. I think breaking it down yourself and being able to talk, I talk to my parents about it. I think that's a book that doesn't only just help you in football or being that leader. I think it helps you completely in your whole life.
The players on the field and the diamond show that leadership isn't just about skill. It's about resilience, humility, and growth. The players all the way from freshman to senior year have shaped themselves into not only becoming better athletes, but better players, teammates, and leaders. With every practice and play, they carry these new insights, ready to inspire the future athletes of MHS. I'm Alex Chamberlain, NBC Sports.
Lots of people have a special number in their lives. Now, some people chose it because they thought it looked cool or just because it was given to them. But other athletes like Annalise Knight and Edward Zaw have a deeper story. Why is your jersey number significant to you?
I think my jersey number is significant to me because of my culture, my background, my heritage. In China, the number 8, we pronounce it as Ba, and it rhymes with Fa, which means prosper and like your future. So it's really important to me that I look ahead of my future, and this is my life. Soccer's my life. Everywhere I go, like these guys are my family. You can't see them right now, but everyone in this field is my family. And everywhere I walk, I'm representing my family and who I am. And I just carry this number for the people around me.
I've been number 0 ever since I was a little kid and pretty much just my entire soccer career. When I first picked my number to become a keeper, it kind of just stuck with me, and I just liked it. I've built so many memories with the number. I'm trying to impress that kid I was when I first got it, and I think it's just like a constant reminder of how much I've come over the past few years playing soccer.
What does number 0 symbolize for you?
It symbolizes my journey and just how far I've come since freshman year and how far the team has grown since then. Every time I see the number 0, I just think about the past few seasons and just like how we've grown as a team. And it makes me feel special to be able to wear this jersey for the past 4 years. I think that's pretty unique to me, and just the fact that I've been growing up with this jersey and just like playing on the field with different people for the past 4 years, it's just something that stuck with me.
An athlete's special connection to their jersey number can build confidence. Whether it's the pride of getting to wear your number all 4 years or to represent your culture on and off the field. Thinking about all these jersey numbers makes me reminisce on why I chose number 5. I'm Audrey Hunt, NBC Sports.
Dreaming of a kitchen or bathroom that truly reflects your style? Reach Cabinets and Remodeling is here for you. We are a one-call does-it-all company, serving the greater Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, and Dayton areas. Visit our website or call Jerry at 513-260-2595 and let him know you saw us on Mason Sports Radio broadcast. Reach Cabinets and Remodeling, making dream remodels a reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Hamilton High School for the second half action. I'm Trevor Rose here with my broadcast partner, Isaac Vargo. And Isaac, kind of a lackluster first half for both sides, the Comets and the Big Blue. Only 21 total points scored in the first half.
Yeah, it was a game you weren't really expecting from either side. This is a big game for both teams. Obviously, Hamilton's 1-3 so far overall, 1-2 in the conference. But they've been a solid team, and they've hung around with a lot of good teams, mostly because of Andre Bailey. He's going to be on that right side, returning the kick here, but he's probably the best player in the GMC so far. And I think this Mason team, they got to win this game. You got to think if they want to stay at the top of the GMC and if they just want to keep this momentum going into next week, which if they win this, one of the biggest regular season games against Princeton, you'd think in a long time.
Absolutely, as that kickoff is out of the back of the end zone, Big Blue offense will start at the 20-yard line.
Yes, in that first half of play, Hamilton overall, Jaden McLean did not have a good first half. It was a big interception from Jake Kelling that got the Comets into the end zone. And we'll see if the Comets can get a stop here. Overall, this is one of the first games that you could say this Mason defense has been the reason why they're in the game.
Absolutely. Shotgun formation for McLean. 2 wide receivers, 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Motion over Southern. Be a handoff to Bailey, and he is met immediately. John Hendricks in the backfield, fiercely ripping through the offensive line and hammers Bailey. And Bailey looks a little shaken up there.
Yeah, and I'd be shaken up too. That's a big hit, and that's the momentum you needed. That's exactly what you need. Obviously, coming out of halftime, the Comets definitely needed a spark, and that's a big first play on first down.
John Hendricks ripping through another tackle for loss on the season for the big fella. McLean throws over the middle, caught by Southern, and he is pushed backwards. And the Comet defense coming to play here to start the second half. It'll be Ja'Kiah Kellings to drive back Southern after the catch. 3rd and about 9.
Yeah, someone had to tell him. And I'm assuming Coach Kastner let the guys know that this is it, man. This is what you play for. You're down. You don't have a lot of energy. This is what you got to step up. It's a big 3rd down right here.
2 receivers to the top of the screen. McLean, he'll step up. He'll take off. He will get the first down. No one playing a spy there for the left-handed quarterback. He'll take it for the first down for the Big Blue.
Yeah, McLean is a guy that's willing to run. He's willing to evade tacklers. And that's a big first down for the Big Blue. And I think Mason can have a guy like Dave Hutton be that spy, just based on what I've seen in the past.
Counter run. Hutton in the backfield, like you mentioned, and then finally escorted out of bounds by number 1, Alex Brown. And the defensive line blew that one up on the counter. They pull 2 offensive linemen, but on the side that they pulled to, John Hendricks, and it looks like Brian O. Juan Bates all got in there and created havoc.
Yeah, you knew on first down that it'd be a run play, so might as well bring everybody in the house and stack up the box. And Comets did a great job there. I'd say you bring the house again, make McLean feel a little uncomfortable. He definitely didn't look good in the first half.
2 to the top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. McLean looking to throw. We get towards the outside. The throw incomplete. Intended for number 13, Elijah Jones. It'll be 3rd and about 14 for the Big Blue. A huge conversion, a huge stop this would be for this Comet defense to give your offense the ball back.
Another dangerous pass there from McLean, going cross body, trying to make that throw. Couple scores around Cincinnati. Moeller leading St. X 17-13. The defenses have came to play in that second quarter. Oak Hills handling Coleraine 21-7. Coleraine with that touchdown in the second quarter. Princeton still leads Lakota East 14-0.
McLean looking to throw. He has his man open towards where the drive started, and he'll get the first down. Davin Messieu and Kellen unable to bring him down, and Messieu getting an earful. And it's surprising there, like you mentioned, for the Coleraine game. Colerane's first touchdown of the year. Heading into this week, they've only had a safety for their only points, 2 points on the year. A 3rd and 14 converted by the Big Blue. Southern in at tight end for the Big Blue. Andre Bailey in the backfield. The motion over. The wide receiver twist, they didn't call it. McLean will take it. He'll get towards the outside. He will be met by number 19, Cameron Simmons, and number 5, Darren Knott. And Kastner letting that official on his sideline hear it after not calling the false start on the top man, Jones, for false starting.
Yeah, we've seen McLean use his legs a lot more in this game than in this half than we saw in the first half. See if the Comets can get a spy out there and contain him.
Andre Bailey, he will split through the middle. He breaks the tackle. The last person to beat is Emerson Bikey, and Bikey will bring him down right at the 10-yard line.
It's the explosive run that we've seen all year from Bailey, and you knew it happened at some point. Good job there from Bikey from just limiting it. But, man, what a drive so far it's been for Hamilton. You had a couple of plays that didn't go your way, but you ended up getting that big first down on 3rd and long, and then a big play right there.
1st and 10 at the 13. They can't get a first down here if they at the 3-yard line. Bailey in the backfield. Be a handoff to Bailey. He'll take it. He'll break to the outside, and he is tackled by number 20. Sorry, that'll be number 2, Emerson Bikey, saving another touchdown. He'll be short about a yard.
Yeah, bouncing off tackles. That's what you see out of all the good running backs. Some notables, Saquon Barkley, you see out of Gibbs a lot, and that's what you see. I mean, once you get touched, it's that yards after contact.
Bailey is met. John Hendricks, he gets the first down, but John Hendricks able to bring him down, and you think Bailey soon to start getting a little world of hurt with John Hendricks keep wailing on him like that.
I think if anything, it's more fatigue. I mean, he just had that long run, and then he gave it to him twice, and he's running into bodies over 300 pounds.
Be 3rd and 1. Looks like they will line up and maybe do it again. Bailey inside, goal line, touchdown, Big Blue. Another touchdown on a drive where they had a 3rd and 14, unable to make the tackle, ending up being a Big Blue score. It will be 20-7 pending the extra point.
And this is where you're going to see where you're really made of here. And Birch is going to have to conduct this offense, and they're going to have to go quick, not because the time isn't on their side, but because the momentum is all shifted to Hamilton. And the earlier you can get that back, the better. And down 2 possessions, the Comets haven't seen really this far against the door since Springboro.
Absolutely not. 21-7. But I feel like this offense can still claw back into this one. This offense able to score quick, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a team that they definitely have the pieces. I mean, Birch is a guy that can win the game on your own. Birdsong can win the game on his own. And Comets just got to find a way.
Find a way is the key in this second half. 6.5 remaining in the third quarter. 2-touchdown lead for the Big Blue. The kick is a short one. McBarry fields it about the 22. He'll take it. He'll get to the outside. He has plenty of green grass in front of him, and he'll be tackled at the 39-yard line. Man, he could have bounced that one outside, Isaac, and he could have been running.
How many times have we seen that little squib in-betweener kick? It's mostly because I think Hamilton wants McBarry to have the ball more than anybody else, and McBarry taking the disrespect, and good play there. Comets in a good spot here. They got to find a way, though, to get down in the end zone quick. Field goal won't really do you much with how your run game has been so far.
Burt's in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. They motion Wiggins over. Be a jet sweep. He bounces off one, and then he is swarmed. Eckley bridges the first one to him, and then he is swarmed in the backfield.
Hamilton just wants it more right now. You can just tell. And a team that wants it more is going to get it, mostly when you have teams that are very similar talent-wise.
Shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Birch will roll out. He'll throw. He has Hubbard open, and he'll get just about to the 45-yard line, 46, before he is tackled. Be 3rd and about 5 for the Comets. 3rd and 4, my apologies.
We've seen multiple times that kind of comebacker route from Chris Hubbard. And mostly he's been open, but Birch hasn't really put it on him. Right there, he did a good job putting it right in his chest.
We always called that sticks as Birdsong gets it to the opposite way. There he goes. Will he get the first down? And yes, they will give it to him. First down, Comets.
Finding their way to get the first down. It's taken a lot, but they've done it. Fairfield ties the game against Lakota West. We're just now seeing that. What a big-time upset that would be. Lakota West, another team that GMC been struggling.
Birch. He'll run. He'll get to the open field. He'll get to the first down. First down. Comets. D'Angelo Birch uses his legs. Able to get away from kind of the 4 or 5 guys that the Big Blue brought. They run a 3-3, and then they bring the 2 outside backers. Eckley bridges in there almost immediately, but able to escape. Birch slides. No penalty marker on the field after he was hit as he slid, and now he's down on the turf.
Yeah, I think this is mostly a fatigue thing, maybe even a concussion. He did get hit near the head area, so he gets up pretty easily. What I saw before that play is Birch kind of had a big deep breath. He wasn't really ready to go for that play, and obviously him in the backfield alone, you can kind of see where he doesn't really have any other options when he's the only guy back there, and it's most likely going to be a Birch run. So this is a big look here as Birch not on the field for this play. He's probably going to have to go through concussion protocol, you'd think, and that could take a couple plays.
Nagel in, the sophomore.
What a big moment this is for him.
Birdsong gets a block. He bounces to the outside. There he goes. Past the 20, 15. Makes a man miss at the 10. Outside about the 7-yard line. First and goal, Comets. Brandon Birdsong actually pushed his lead blocker into the guy to get the first down and many more. D'Angelo Birch able to make it his way back onto the field. Nagel off.
Talk about picking up your teammate right there. Birch off the field. That dynamic duo, they've been the same backfield all game long. And that was just perfect job there from Birdsong. Patience, and he uses the speed to the outside. Assume a run to the right here.
They have the heavy package in. Birdsong gets about one or two.
Yes, I'm actually interested if Kastler's going to decide to leave the ball in Birch's hands and let him run and evade, or if they're just going to go for a screen pass or a run kind of scheme here inside the red zone with how Birch came off the field last play.
2nd and 6. Goal to go. 3:23 remaining. Heavy package in. No motion out Birdsong. Birch takes it up the middle. Touchdown Comets! A rushing touchdown from the quarterback D'Angelo Birch. His 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Comets are an extra point away from being down by only one possession.
That's a leader right there. That's a guy that has shown he's one of the best in the GMC, and there's a reason why. He came off the field 2 plays ago, comes and takes it himself, and just like that, that's a drive you need. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Mason only down a touchdown pending this extra point.
It's good. Max Gogol remains 100% on the year. 21-14. A huge, huge possession there for the Comets.
As this is a big drive for Hamilton to kind of answer the favor that the Comets have put towards them, and the Comets are slowly but surely getting that momentum back and getting that flow and energy that they created in the first 4 games. Gogo will be off for the kick. He's kicked it through the end zone multiple times today. Hasn't really given Jones, the back man, a chance.
Not to mention Bailey also back there. The ref will take a slow trot over to Gogol with the ball. 3:10 remaining in the third quarter. The Comets down by 1 possession. It has been an offensive showing so far in this second half. Big Blue got the ball first and drove down the field immediately on the back of Andre Bailey. And then the Comets driving down the field themselves on the back of D'Angelo Birch and Brandon Birdsong. Swing of the right leg. Right to Jones. He muffed the kick. He picks it up at the 5. And he is wrapped down at the 10. At the 10-yard line is where they'll spot him. And the Comets, have him pinned back deep after the muffed kickoff.
We've seen multiple times just muffed punts from Jake Kelly and then a muffed kick there from Jones, and that is a ginormous play, mostly because Mason just got the energy and momentum back, and then right there, now Hamilton's back in their own end zone.
The handoff to Bailey. He bounces it. Tackled by Darren Knott. Actually moved out of bounds. About a 4-yard carry. It'd be 2nd and 6.
That's the biggest thing with Bailey. You cannot let him get to the outside. And the Comets did a good job in the second quarter, not necessarily in the first and not necessarily so far in this third quarter, but keeping him inside the tackles and leaving less room on the outside is kind of the key to success when facing a stud running back like Bailey.
Bailey is meat immediately in the backfield. John Hendricks again. And he is crushing Andre Bailey in the backfield.
I mean, we saw it last week against Oak Hills. We see it again here against Hamilton. He almost got the ball before the running back got the ball. I mean, Hendricks, when he beats his man bad. And right there, 3rd and 9, 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Comets, if they can get off the field here, man, would it be a different look for this team.
McLean botched the snap. It's picked up. Touchdown, John Hendricks. He scores a fumble recovery touchdown, and the Comets have 1 point away from tying this game. What has happened? What has transpired here in the third quarter?
I mean, man, you didn't even know until it was a touchdown because of how quiet it is in here. But, man, a huge play for the Comets there. McLean, again, it's been a couple bad snaps so far. The 2 catastrophes that Hamilton has had has been 2 bad snaps. One was on the ground and came in a Jake Kelly interception, and then that time didn't even get to McLean. The Comets extra point away from flipping this game upside down, and wow.
Offsides, way offsides, was number 24, DJ Bryant. We'll go ahead and move a yard closer for the extra point. What? This has been the most, the weirdest.
I think it's been the most bizarre game I've seen in a long time. I mean, coming at the beginning of the game, both teams seem like it's a free practice out here, and we're just parents watching the practice. But then in the second quarter, it was a Hamilton barrage, and Mason felt like they couldn't do anything on offense. And now in this third and fourth quarter, Mason has came all the way back, and now they have all the momentum. And there's still 2 minutes left in this third quarter. We got a full game left ahead of us. I'm very interested to see what will happen in the next 15 minutes of this game.
Snap the put on, the swing of the right leg is up and through, and a penalty flag on the field. Alex Brown draws the penalty, an unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks like, on the Big Blue.
And that is a bigger penalty than you might think, mostly because the Comets are going to get it closer, meaning that they can kind of have a sky kick here on that right side.
It looks like they called it on at number 1, Alex Brown. They called that unsportsmanlike penalty on the senior captain. Not really sure why they called it on him. Maybe. No clue what is actually going on for this kickoff. Lakota, West, and Fairfield still knotted at 7 apiece.
They will give the penalty to Hamilton. The Comets will kick off at Hamilton's 45. So this is big because Gogol's just going to do the sky kick to one of Hamilton's returners. And why that's so big is because they're going to have a lot of pressure to catch this ball, because they don't, the Comets are going to be right on it. Moeller gets in the end zone again. 24-13. Just a lot of time left in that game. 9 minutes in the third quarter. St. X haven't beat them in 6 straight appearances. One of the biggest rivalries you see around Ohio. Let's see this kick here.
Right to Bailey. Bailey will look to flip field. He is tripped, but he stays on his feet and then finally wrapped down. Being number 31, Jonathan Balsley, who will bring him down just past the 15-yard line. Be right at the 15-yard line. And right at where they pretty much started last drive when they gave up the touchdown to John Hendricks on the fumble.
Yeah, it's been a very bizarre third quarter for the Hamilton Big Blue, and it's been ugly on the offensive side. Masons took advantage of it. We'll see if they'll probably go back to Bailey, see how that goes.
Bailey almost met in the backfield by John Hendricks again, but is tackled by number 19, Cameron Simmons, as he gets out of the backfield, gets about 5 yards.
I mean, you just got to watch John Hendricks from the start, man. He is destroying that O-line of Hamilton. He's just in the backfield every play, and I can see why McLean has dropped some snaps. Because, man, he's got a 300-pound man right in his face.
McLean will pull it. And a holding penalty, as Juan Bates was absolutely held on that play. And there is no way they don't call holding on Hamilton right there.
Yeah, it's twice.
Yeah,
Juan
they were
Bates
pulling him down.
getting on the side, kind of flailing the hand out. You kind of see it in basketball. A little over-exaggeration, but that's how you get the penalty.
Especially as a lineman, you don't really get penalties for yourself. And the way that he was able to sell that one, it was still a holding, but he was able to over-exaggerate the sell to kind of set up that holding penalty. Now it's 2nd and 16. They're backed up. They're all the way at their own 8-yard line.
Minute left in the third quarter.
McLean will motion a man. He'll look to throw under some duress. And Killens will bring him down about at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3. Third and about 13 yards to go.
This Hamilton offense is not functional right now. They really don't know what's going on. This Mason team's been flying around. A different team out of the break. Just about 40 seconds. This will most likely be the last play.
And the defensive line is getting an insane amount of pressure. A.J. Kaler at the top, Juan Bates at the bottom of the defensive line.
You got to think they're going to bring the house right here.
I wouldn't bring the house, but I would bring a little bit of pressure to make McLean uncomfortable. 4 seconds on the play clock. Snap the ball. The throw, incomplete. Almost caught on the ricochet by number 15, Caleb Owen. And that will force a 4th down and a punt for Hamilton. 15 seconds remain in this third quarter. They are going to have to punt this ball away.
And you got to think McLean, when he's throwing it, he kind of seems a little hesitant. There's a lot of throws that are a little wobbly and there's not a lot of bullet passes you see from McLean. And that's mostly why there's a little bit of hesitancy from these wide receivers, mostly because the DB's right there waiting to tackle him. And it's interesting to see.
High snap, Kelling will tell everyone to go away. That one will take a Comet bounce and be fielded at the 50-yard line. That's where the Comet offense will set up shop. 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter, right at the 50-yard line. Tie game, 21 all.
Yeah, we knew this game was going to be close. Actually, both teams, Comets average 21 points a game. Hamilton averages 22 and a half, just right at those marks at this third quarter. But, man, what a fourth quarter we have in front of us after this play.
Birch ready. It'll be a handoff to Nagel, and there he goes, splitting the field. 20, 15, 10, dragged down about the 5-yard line. First down and goal for the Comets. They hand the ball off to their backup quarterback, and it pays off.
And you know why they do that? Because there's 5 seconds left in the quarter. You're giving Birdsong a little bit of a break. Nagel might need more time on the field. He looked a little unorthodox when he got that ball, almost like a backup quarterback. But when he got that ball, what a cut to the backside and some speed on Nagel at that. But, man, how is this game flipped on the Comets?
This game has been completely flipped. The script all in Comet favor. We'll go ahead and head to a quick break. Before we head to a break, we would like to give a big thank you to our sponsors tonight, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling. We'll go ahead and head to a quick break. When we get back here, fourth quarter action at Hamilton High School. We are back here for fourth quarter action at Hamilton High School. I'm Trevor Rose with my broadcast partner Isaac Vargo. Isaac, heavy package onto the field for the Comets. First and goal at the 6-yard line. Nagel motioned out. D'Angelo Burst will keep it. He was almost brought down in the backfield on the blitzing backer, number 2, Trayvon Bailey, but was able to stand up and then was tripped up at the end of the play. They will take off the heavy package, bring in Torian Wiggins. And Alex Silly. 11:30 as the quarter just started. Didn't gain a single yard there or lose a single yard. 2 and 6. Timeout, Hamilton. Have to rethink what they want to do here. They take out the heavy formation, put in the normal formation. Isaac, what do you think the Comets are trying to do here?
I mean, I think they're trying to give the ball to Nagel, man. My goodness. I mean, backup quarterback came in for one play when Birch was down, and then comes in for the last play of the third quarter. Hasn't gotten a snap all year at the running back position, and runs it for 50 yards to the right side. Just a unbelievable play in a game that might be, in a play that might be one of the biggest of the Comets' season. Might have stole Birdsong's couple snaps. Interesting timeout call here from Hamilton. Definitely didn't like what they saw. If they're calling a timeout with 11 minutes left in the game, they still have 2 remaining. But that could come back to bite them, especially if the Comets score a touchdown here, and that clock eventually will end up against their favor. We'll see.
Come to the restart. Nagel in the sidecar.
Give it to the
Birch.
kid.
Hand off to Nagel. Nagel will take it to the outside. There he goes, a great block on the edge. Down at the 1, a pancake block from number 1, Alex Brown. And they are right there. And they're bringing in the heavy package. Here comes Juan Bates and John Hendricks. And they are knocking on the door.
Looking at Nagel in the backfield is hilarious. I mean, the kid out there looks like he's never got a snap before, but when he gets the ball, it's absolutely electric. I mean, the ball at the half-yard line, you got to give it to the kid that has taken this drive over.
Can you put legally? Can you put John Hendricks in the backfield?
I would
love
if that's
another
the
John
case.
Hendricks touchdown. Heavy formation. Birch. He'll snap it. Nagel. He'll get in. Comet touchdown. He will. Comet touchdown. The Comets take their first lead of the night.
The kid wants it more than your favorite player. And Nagel, my goodness, man. Coming in, there's always a guy you need to get you this win. And right now, the player of the game is the backup quarterback in the backfield. And, man, 10:30 left, still a lot of time, but the Comets with a big, big drive.
The sophomore quarterback, Alex Nagel, takes the lead on a rushing touchdown that was handed in by the starting quarterback, D'Angelo Birch. The kick is up, and it is through. Gogol extends the lead to 7 for the Comets, and the Comets have completely flipped this script. What has happened?
Yeah, I write a lot of notes on my sheet before the game, but Alex Nagel was never in my design of who I was thinking of writing down in this game. But man, sometimes you need those guys to come out and play, especially in this second half.
The Comets flip the script. They have the lead over the Big Blue. Hopefully the defense able to bolt it down. They have done great in the last 2 drives against Hamilton, just holding them to nothing. Gogol will get set to kick. Kick from the 40-yard line. Bailey and Jones back deep to return. Swing of the right leg for Gogol. And it will go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Max Gogol has been phenomenal kicking off tonight. And in general, this entire season has been phenomenal.
mean, the biggest question mark, if you're any fan in blue, is how is Jaden McClain, the quarterback, going to step up in this football game? He's shown to be a prominent quarterback for this big blue team all year long, but tonight has been an exception. He has not played well at all, but he's going to have to lead his team to figure it out right here.
Hand off to Bailey. He'll get to the outside, and he is met almost as soon as he passes the line of scrimmage by number 1, Alex Brown. Bailey's helmet falls off. He's going to have to go to the sideline for a play.
And Bailey not getting the ball here, that's going to have to change up your play call, you'd think, because you got to go with your best player. Bailey has to come off the field. He's obviously frustrated. And now a different play call. Maybe you look up a pass or a screen instead of a handoff.
Deacon Wilson back to play running back. Potentially a pass, like you said, Isaac. Motion Southern across. It will be a pass. McLean's pass is caught by Jones on the sideline, and he's wrestled out of bounds by number 15, Dave Hutton. In coverage was number 5, Darren Knott. And he only gets about 2 yards. It's 3rd and about 6. Bailey back in.
Consby you got to be careful not to jump and let Hamilton earn it here on 3rd.
Change the play at the line of scrimmage. Killen showing blitz on the far side. In motion across Bailey. In motion out Bailey. Look to throw. Will be a screen pass. And he is met immediately. Dave Hutton gets the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Will it force a punt for the Big Blue? And yes, it will. On comes the punting unit. 9:40 remaining in the game, and the Comets have full control of this game.
Yeah, a lot of the same from McLean and company. A lot of hesitancy and trying not to make a mistake, and the Comets again take full advantage of it.
5 minutes remaining at Lakota West for the Lakota West Firehawks and the Fairfield Indians. 7-7 is the score. Kelling will return it. He'll get through. He'll get past the 50, get up to about the 50 with forward progression.
And now if you're the Comets here, you can kind of play your style of football. You've been able to, you've kind of been behind all game long. You've kind of had to play it on the fly. But in this situation, you got to go with what you're best at, and that's running the football. Brandon Birdsong, even Alex Nagel, and D'Lo Birch are the guys that you look for here on this drive. You got to think 9 minutes remaining in the game. Comets have full possession, as you mentioned. And Hamilton, again, only 2 timeouts. You knew it would come back to haunt.
Birdsong in the backfield. Birch will motion across Alex Brown. It will be a pitch to Birdsong. Birdsong will get towards the outside. There he goes, racing through. He makes man miss. A penalty marker on the field. He'll get past the 25-yard line to the 23. It will be a holding, and they'll move him back 10 yards.
Yeah, another big run there from Mason, but it's going to come back.
It pretty much is just to redo the down because the foul occurred right at the first down marker. So it's just going to be a redo.
Not a lot do you see that.
8:55 remaining in the game. The Comets actually gain yardage on that.
Yeah, how about that? You hold on to someone, but you can get a yard out of it.
You get 2 yards, it'll be 2 yards, it'll be 1st and 8. Wiggins in motion, they'll hand it off to Wiggins. Gets to the outside. He'll get past the line of scrimmage and get about 2 or 3 more yards, maybe 4.
That's the kind of play call you like as a Mason Comet fan. Coach DeTillo running up. Torian Wiggins getting the ball in his hands. A very good second down play. Now it's just a 2nd and 4. Comets in Hamilton territory with just 8 minutes left in the game. Even a field goal will seal your chances a lot higher.
Hubbard to the bottom of the screen. Wiggins in the orbit motion. Be Birch. Birch will take it himself. He'll get the first down and more. He'll get tackled past the 35-yard line to about the 33, and that's where the Comets will get another first down.
It's been cruise control on offense here in the second half. Definitely an adjustment made.
See what they go here with. 7:45 remaining in the game. Birch. He'll take it himself, actually, up the middle. And he'll get about 5 yards. Actually, it looks like about 4. It'll be a 2nd and 6.
Mason wasting all the time possible. Time just going to about 7 minutes remaining.
We'll update the Fairfield Indians.
They're driving on Lakota West. They're inside the 30-yard line. They have a big third down there.
Birch takes it up the middle. A holding penalty called. Birch gets to the outside. And he'll get tackled about the 10-yard line, but the holding penalty will bring him back. Sorry, an illegal chop block. It looks like be 2nd and 7.
Still bring it back a little farther. That takes the Comets out of field goal range.
Another score update. The Fairfield Indians have taken the lead against the Lakota West Firebirds with a minute 49 remaining in the game over there at Fairfield. Fairfield's homecoming.
How much would
as well.
that help us?
Very much. Birch looking to throw, and he'll get sacked. He'll lose only about 2, making it 3rd and a very long 24.
Yeah, it looks like it was definitely a screen pass, but Birch obviously saw that Birdsong was covered up and decided to tuck it himself. Now you just got to make sure not to turn the ball over. You know that it's most likely a punting situation. I'd probably hand the ball off here to Birdsong, but and trust in Birch's leg to get it inside the 20 and put all the pressure on Hamilton. We'll see what they do here.
This may have been the loudest this stadium's been all day. Birch, he'll just take it himself up the middle. He'll get to the outside, and he'll be tackled after a gain of 2 yards. And they'll go ahead and punt. 5:40 remaining. He stayed in bounds.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I was kind of worried about it looking at the trajectory of D'Lo Birch on that left side, but that's big that he stays in bounds. He's going to stay in the game. And this is almost what you practice as a punter. He's going to have the ball at about the 45-yard line, and he's got a chance to make this Hamilton life really, really tough, especially with how their offense is playing. You got to like what you see, especially if you get a good punt here.
Try to pin them inside the 10. Birch's punt is a good one. It will bounce, take more of a common bounce inside the 5, down at the 3. A great punt by number 18, D'Angelo Birch. 4:53 remaining.
Yeah, I haven't really checked in on any of the punters in the GMC, but I can't imagine much is better than D'Lo Birch out there. It's his 2nd year punting. Was a really good punter last year, and it's an underrated facet of the game, especially in high school football when there's just under 5 minutes now, and Hamilton's got to go 98 yards, and they haven't gotten even 98 yards this half.
4:53 remaining in the game. John Hendricks has been causing havoc. Man in motion is Southern. McLean looking to throw. His throw, deep ball, over the head of the outstretched arms of Bryant. Sorry, that was... No, it was Jordan Bryant. It looked like it was number 3 on the... number 10 on the far side.
Comets playing with fire here, man. They got beat deep, and that's the one thing you can't have late in this game, especially with how much Hamilton has struggled.
McLean having some struggles getting the play call in. They got 6 seconds to snap this ball. There's going to be a delay of game penalty. Be a pass over the middle, and he is leveled. Jake Kelling levels
Oh, my
Elijah
goodness.
Jones, but it's still a first down.
The smallest kid on the field, and he's a sophomore.
Lays the
I mean,
biggest
I know Darren Knotts got beaten. It's a first down, but my goodness. That's going on your highlight reel.
Absolutely, only as a sophomore, getting tons of playing time. Yeah, Hamilton having trouble getting the play calls in. McLean. He'll step up in the pocket and he'll take off. And he's escorted out of bounds by Alex Brown and Dave Hutton. Gets about 5 yards. Second and about 5.
Run to the left side. Dave Hutton, he's been all over the field today. He's had to have a big game. Alex Brown and him have both had to have the assignment on Bailey to wrap him up. It's a third down. I mean, obviously, you go for it here. Got a couple plays to get the yardage. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the game. Run out of time.
It's 4 down territory all the way down the field. McLean set. Tries to hard count and a false start penalty. False start on number 13, Elijah Jones, pushes him back. 3rd and 8 now. Now you kind of got to understand, what are they going to do here? 3rd and 9 at your own 14-yard line. You're down by a touchdown, 3.5 minutes left. Clock is running. You only have 2 timeouts. If you give this coming offense the ball back, they'll just run the rest of this clock out.
Yeah, you just got to take a shot and hopefully hope for the best of the DB of Mason holding.
McLean, screen pass. Caught by Bailey. He's tackled. Gets about 4 yards. Big John Hendricks looked like he was trying to jump to deflect that one or maybe catch it. 4th and about 4.
And a good catch there from Bailey just to get a couple yards.
And looks like the Fairfield Indians will stun Lakota West. 10-7, they get the turnover on downs with 42 ticks remaining in that game. What a game that one probably was over there in Fairfield.
I'm not complaining as a Comet fan, seeing how much Lakota West has won the last couple of years. They'll be at the bottom.
False start. Will be a false start or an offsides. Referees convene. It looks like it would be a false start on the guard. And it will.
And
From what was a 4th and 4 back to a 4th and 9.
This puts Hamilton in a really bad spot because if you don't get this,
Comets are right there.
not only is there less than 3 minutes, but Mason is well within Max Gogol field goal range to make it a 2-possession game.
And D'Angelo Birch range to run one in.
I think Birch could kick a field goal from there. Just looking at his
Maybe. So.
leg.
I think so. 2:10 remaining. McLean looking to pass. Flushed out. He'll use his legs, and he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Simmons, John Hendricks bring him down. Turnover on downs, and the Comets get the ball back. 1:57 remaining. They broke the chains. They almost broke the chains right there.
And McLean didn't even give it a chance. He rolled out to the wrong side, first of all, and then Hendricks was right there, and he didn't even get a throw off. There was no one open. Mason with phenomenal coverage, and there's 2 timeouts left for the Big Blue. It's going to need a first down or a touchdown to end this game.
Right there. That drive was that offense drive was stalled by the huge hit from Jay Kelly. Birch with Birdsong in the backfield. They'll keep it with Birch. Birch will go up the middle. There he goes. He'll get about 6 yards, maybe 5, down to the 9-yard line.
Can we talk about the difference in the half? Not only with Mason's offense, but, man, Hamilton's offense looked terrible in the second half. I mean, it's nothing short of just bad overall. And that's something you'll take any day as a Comet fan. And just to escape out of here with a win, it wasn't pretty. Definitely still time left, but it looks very good. Only needs a field goal.
And the Comets have something against homecoming victories for these other teams, as Birch will take it himself. He'll get maybe about 2 yards before he's tackled.
That's true, especially teams with either blue or purple.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about last year, Ashton Schaaf to Ethan Jordan, the finale in the Middletown game against Mason to stun Middletown in their homecoming game. It was 14-3 at half. The game ended 17-14 Mason. And now this one, 28-21, 1:05 remaining, third and about 4. A timeout was called by the Big Blue.
That's going to be it for the Big Blue. They have 1 timeout remaining. If the Comets get a first down, it's the ball game. If they don't get a first down, Gogol will have to knock through, you would think, a 25, 30-yard field goal
chip shot
to knock it down to win the game.
A chip shot for Max Gogol at that. Definitely a chip shot.
As we look out to the weekend, no Ohio State or UC this week. Bengals 2-0.
2-0, they go to Minnesota.
No Joe Burrow this week or the next,
I believe
or
in
even
Jake
the one
Browning.
after that, but I don't feel bad for you.
Be quiet there, Vargo, with your Denver Broncos. You know, we should really talk about the leverage penalty a lot more.
See, I didn't know that was even a penalty. And neither did I know it was going to be 15 yards at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, it's 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Let's
They
hope
kick the
that doesn't
game-winning
happen
field
here
goal.
in the high school game.
Absolutely not. Birch sends Wiggins in motion on the orbit. He'll take it himself up the middle. There he goes. He'll get the first down. What will they call the timeout? No. They're calling it 4th down. They're calling him short by half an inch.
And what a decision this is.
Yeah, this is where you need a note card. I mean, he's there.
I mean, even if he doesn't get it, seeing this Hamilton offense,
Timeout Hamilton.
there's little to zero chance with 43 seconds that you think it would have to be a miracle for them to go down and score a touchdown. So I think if you're Mason, it is on the left hash, so that could cause a little bit of difficulty for Gogol, even if you call that difficulty. But I think I like my odds with Birch getting a yard more than a field goal in this situation. But either way, I think
anything can happen.
You're looking
Isaac.
good.
Anything can happen in 43 seconds. I mean, look what Patrick Mahomes did a couple years ago with 13. Able to, drive down the field, get a game-tying field goal.
Well, I think we're talking about different quarterbacks and teams, but that is true. 43 seconds is a lot of time. There's a lot of yardage to get in that time. But we'll see. It looks like the Comets are going to keep that offense out. And I think you're crazy if you don't go anything but a run up the middle from Birch.
I would agree with that. In case anybody out there wondering, the Cincinnati Reds on top of the Chicago Cubs. 7-4, top of the ninth. Pagan in the pitch for.
Sure, that won't end 7-4. He'll probably give up a couple home runs before they win the game.
Whoa! Don't say that, Isaac Vargo. Don't say that. Heavy package in. Birch takes it himself. Will they get it?
No, they didn't get it.
They don't. Wow, they don't.
And Birch,
39 seconds.
it was a little, they marked it
a penalty.
A little less than we might have thought. It was more of a full yard than even a half yard or even closer than that. And Birch, he got to the line.
They called too many men on the field and an automatic first down for the offense.
Wow.
They had too many men on the field.
Maybe you'd say that's why they stopped them, but I would say that's a victory for the Comets. And just I think that sums it up for how Hamilton's second half has been today.
I don't even know what this. They had too many men on the field on what was the final defensive play for the Big Blue. They would have gotten the ball back to their offense. And Birch will go ahead and line up in the victory formation.
And how about this? 3 wins in a row for this Comet team. And you look at it, they're 3-2, but man, they're 3-1 in the GMC. And that ends up being one of the top. Lakota West obviously losing helps a lot when it comes to trying to win the GMC. Obviously, we're far away from that. But man, this Comet team has changed the narrative around Cincinnati. 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and big ones at that. The win against Dakota East, starting the momentum train for the Comets. And what a game this was, Isaac. And Isaac, what do you have for the remainder of this game?
Yeah, I think the Comets, obviously, that's 2 weeks in a row where you get wins, but it was ugly. And I think sometimes wins hide wounds. And I think that is a good description of this game. And I think next week you got Princeton, who right now is the best team in the GMC. And you're going to have to play perfect football, very similar to how you played Dakota West in order to win that game. That is going to be one of the biggest regular season games in recent memory, as Birch is going to face his old school on homecoming at home. I'm sure Dwyer Field's going to be rocking. What a game that's going to be next week. But as of here, good teams find ways to get a win, and that's what the Comets did today.
Thank you everybody for joining in tonight for tonight's broadcast. I was Trevor Rose, Isaac Vargo, my co-broadcaster tonight, Daniel Panetti working behind the scenes, Jacob Cameraman, and Riley Reigart working some cameras. We would like to shout out our sponsors one last time tonight, Reach Cabinets and Remodeling, located right in Mason, Ohio. Visit them online at reachcabinets.com or give Jerry a call at 513-260-2595. Good night here from